I believe that the native token of Immutable called IMX could hypothetically go to the price of $25 during this bull run. And of course, nothing I say is financial advice, nor a guarantee. But why do I think so? It's because I think Immutable is that amazing. After all, it's one of the most popular Ethereum Layer 2s out there. And it's not just your stereotypical Kaka Ethereum Layer 2, because it actually has a heavy emphasis towards gaming and as well as NFTs. Now, before I get into why I think that gaming and NFTs could be so big, I first want to mention how an Ethereum Layer 2 actually plays a very vital role. Because, for instance, right, you take a look at how Ethereum sky-high gas fees. That's a no bueno. That sucks. Also, on top of that, you take a look at how arguably it's not even scalable. So that's another, minus points. But, of course, Ethereum does have a very amazing ecosystem, a lot of fans, a lot of hype. You take a look at the Ethereum ETF. There's a lot of attention on Ethereum. So, of course, there needs to be a way to enjoy Ethereum while at the same time not having to deal with a lot of that crazy nonsense. So, what is a better way to do that? That's, of course, using something like an Ethereum Layer 2, much like Immutable. Now, of course, there's many others, but in my opinion, Immutable is very special because, again, it has a heavy emphasis towards blockchain gaming and NFTs, whereas, some other Layer 2s out there, they don't have this focus. So that's the unique selling point of Immutable. Now, you got to take this into consideration. When it comes to blockchain gaming, its market size is predicted to be worth over $300 billion by 2030, according to Grand View Research. So that's insane. That's bigger than some countries' GDP, keep in mind. Also, on top of that, NFTs. Now, when it comes to this, some people, they may think that, when it comes to NFTs, the future sucks. Take a look at Bored Apes, the Mutant Ape Yacht Club. But NFTs, they don't only just revolve around that, and I think the future is much better. Because, for instance, you take a look at, yet again, according to Grand View Research, the NFT market is predicted to be worth over $200 billion, yet again, by 2030. So yeah, it's far from over, in my opinion, and I think that NFTs, again, still have a bright future. So when it comes to Immutable, let's focus on the right markets, and use case is fantastic. This is a no-brainer for me. But if that's not even enough for you, we take into consideration how, very impressively, Immutable can offer transaction speeds of up to 9,000 transactions per second, while at the same time leveraging the security of Ethereum. So yeah, that's amazing. Also on top of that, very impressively, Immutable is even over 600 times more efficient than Ethereum. Caralho, porra. That's some Portuguese right there, but I had to start speaking some Portuguese when things are that amazing. But it doesn't end there, because currently on the Immutable ecosystem, there is over 300 games and over 20 marketplaces. And it even has $1 billion in ecosystem funding. So yeah, when it comes to Immutable, it's clearly not caca by any means. Furthermore, we take a look at how the gaming ecosystem of Immutable is so established. It's amazing. It's one of the best out there. Its gaming ecosystem includes, Gods Unchained, Habbo, Guild of Guardians, and many others. So yeah, when it comes to Immutable, it ticks all the boxes. That's the way I take a look at it. So IMX at the price of $25, I don't see why not. The market cap really wouldn't be crazy at that point because, for instance, if it were to go to that price, market cap, considering current circulating supply, would be around $40 billion. $40 billion? I mean, this is like kind of peanuts in the grand scheme of things. You take a look at BNB. BNB, for instance, reached over $100 billion in market cap. And is BNB better than this? I don't think so. For instance, we take a look at how just last year, according to Crypto.com research, slightly over 2% of the crypto hacks that happened actually occurred on the BNB Smart Chain ecosystem. Now, slightly over 2% may not seem that bad at first glance, but when you consider just how massive the crypto space is overall, this is like complete caca. I mean, it sucks. So if something like BNB can reach over 100 billion, why can't IMX at least go to around 40 billion? That's just my mentality. And also on top of that, according to Crypto.com research, there's currently over 600 million crypto owners. Yeah, you heard that right. That's over half 8 billion crypto owners as we speak. Now, back in 2021, during the peak of that bull run, there was roughly only around 300 million crypto owners. So right now, we basically have double that amount. So if the 2021 bull run was already that impressive with that many less crypto owners, imagine right now with the added crypto owners, with the added institutional investors. Can you imagine the FOMO, the buying pressure, the buying volume this time around? It's going to be insane, but it's just a matter of time because when I take all of those factors into consideration, I think Bitcoin is poised for great heights. 100,000, I think it could easily achieve that. I would be so surprised if Bitcoin doesn't at least goes to the price of $150,000 during this bull run. I think that there are so many bullish factors that could very well allow for that to happen. And of course, if Bitcoin does do that, altcoins naturally, most probably they're going to do well. And I think IMX is going to go along with the ride and hypothetically go to the price of $25. And of course, my strategy is very simple. I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm acquiring anytime earned income. I'm holding and I'm just waiting. And keep in mind as well, based off of history, usually altcoins, they peak anywhere between a year and a half to half a year after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, if we consider how the Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, that's anywhere between October next year to October this year for altcoins to peak. Not so bad. Happens earlier, great. Happens later, more time for me to accumulate. So in the grand scheme of things, that's great as well. So any situation, any scenario, I really don't mind. I'm going to stick with my strategy, dollar cost averaging. Again, I like to keep things simple, acquire, hold, and I just wait because IMX at the price of $25 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think this bull run could be that amazing. And I think Immutable is that fantastic. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.